Hey, Shalom Shalom everyone, this is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda ben Shomer, and welcome to the Daily Drosh. Today's Daily Drosh is taken from 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, and it reads, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." So let's just break this verse down and analyze it. It says, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear." So sometimes we mistake fear as an emotion or even as an instinct. And sure, there's a thing called fight or flight, which is a type of fear that rises up in us, and it's for self-preservation. But and you know, we get we have an emotional reaction when somebody surprises us, jumps out from behind the door or whatever, and you know, that some people will take that as fear. But when there is just that sickening dread and fear that comes upon you because of a situation or a circumstance, that's not an emotional reaction. That's not instinct or fight or flight. That is the spirit of fear. And what the spirit of fear does, fear drives and faith guides. So that's how you can tell if it's God or the evil one. So when you're in a situation, do you feel compelled? Do you feel driven to do something because you're afraid? And sometimes when we do things out of fear, we make mistakes. We do things we normally wouldn't do because we become irrational and we become fearful, and we just do things emotionally. We do things without thinking. So fear drives, and a lot of times it drives us in the wrong direction, and it drives us to do something that's not of God's will. It drives us to do something that's opposite of faith. And the scriptures also say that whatever is not faith is sin. So it says God has not given us the spirit of fear. Fear drives and faith guides. Faith will be that still small voice, will be that calm voice of rationale that says, hey, take a minute, take a deep breath, take a step back. Let's kind of look at the big picture of this and let me lead and guide you. So faith guides and fear drives. So God has not given us the spirit of fear, but what has He given us? He's given us the spirit of power. What is power? He's given us the spirit of power. The Holy Spirit gives us power. The Holy Spirit has been defined, or a characteristic of the Holy Spirit is empowerment. So He has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, the Holy Spirit, of love. And who is love? 1 John says God is love. He's given us the spirit of power and the spirit of love and of a sound mind. What does a sound mind represent? It represents Yeshua, the living word, because all the red letters in the New Testament, the Brit Hadasha, everything He said was of a sound mind. It was rational. It was logical. It was powerful. It was sound. It was sure. It was true. There was nothing false or deviant about His words at all. So God has not given us the spirit of fear. So when that spirit of fear comes upon us, we recognize, renounce, and rebuke it and command it to leave in Yeshua's name, because He has given us instead a threefold power. The power He's given us power, which is the Holy Spirit, love, which is God, and of a sound mind, which represents Yeshua the Messiah. So, fear not. There's no need to be afraid today. Whatever circumstance or situation that may come upon you that may trigger fear, just stop and remember that fear drives, and it drives us in the wrong direction, and faith guides. It's like a horror movie. Whenever somebody's afraid, they're running off into the woods and they trip and fall and they can't get back up, or they run straight into danger because they're not thinking, because fear drives and faith guides. Faith will show you that secret pathway, that way to safety, that way of avoiding pitfalls and danger. So again, fear drives and faith guides. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Take that with you today. Chew on it. Apply it to your life. Thanks for watching. Shalom. Shavua Tov.